guys, Cephas here, and I'm gonna go over a couple meals I eat. I mean, this is pretty much what I eat every day. So I have 2 different days because I work out every other day. So days that I don't work out, aka today, this is pretty much what I'll eat no matter what. It's not gonna change that much. The first meal would just be 4 to 6 eggs, a couple carrots, some almonds, and there's some spinach in there, probably around 80 to 100 grams of spinach. When you cook it into eggs, they kind of just wilt up and get real tiny. If I was working out on this day, I wouldn't have the almonds, and then I would eat 2 pieces of sourdough bread with it and some butter on there. Then if I'm only using 4 eggs, then I'll use some egg whites, and honestly I just drink them because it's easier than eating them. And you can do that if you get the egg whites because they're pasteurized. Pasteurized eggs are safe to drink, so it's an easy way to get some protein in and not have to eat it. Then I'll go to the rest of my meals, which are pretty much the same thing. So I buy ground top sirloin steak. Ground beef, ground steak is pretty good. If you need more calories, you get the higher fat versions. I would say if your protein needs are lower, I would get more high fat versions of the thing if you're trying to bulk. If you're trying to either diet or you eat a lot of protein, you can get the leaner versions. Since I eat a ton of protein, I usually get the 90-10. So that keeps the fat content a little bit lower just because you're eating so much protein that if you have the high fat one, it would just, your calories would just go out of the world. So each one of these meals is usually around 800 or 900 calories. I would say it's around 100 grams of carbs on the rice. And then what I do is I just take the chicken broth and I just dump it on there, because honestly when you do that, it makes it taste a lot better and it's a lot easier to eat. And then I salt my beef when I cook it with just Himalayan sea salt. It's nothing fancy. The drinks there, I drink these like 2 or 3 times a day. It's just a little bit of orange juice and a little bit of cranberry juice. It's just healthy stuff. You might not think orange juice is healthy. You can eat fruit instead, but your body does want a little bit of fructose. You don't obviously want to be eating tons of Pop-Tarts and drinking Coke and stuff like that, but you know, eating an orange or some berries or something is fine too. I'm just lazy. So this is like, normally I like to eat my rice kind of fresh, so I'll usually make this in the morning, these 3 meals, and then in there is 2 more servings of the beef, and then I'll make more rice, and then one of the meals I'll add in the potato, sweet potato. That way you're just getting some potassium and it's just a balance of, like, you might be thinking, oh, you could eat more veggies. I got some broccoli and some spinach, and a lot of times I'll take a lot of it into my blender and I'll just blend up like broccoli, spinach, lemon juice, green tea, carrots, whatever. I don't really, even the sweet potato sometimes, honestly, and I'll just blend that all up. And I'm not a huge fan of BCAAs, personally. I think they're a complete waste of money. They don't do anything unless maybe you're one of those people that does intermittent fasting, or you're working out first thing in the morning without eating. Other than those 2 things, I really think they're a waste of money. And if you're eating quality foods throughout the day, you're gonna be fine. You're not gonna need them. I think it's a gimmick. Like I said, it depends on the person. If you like them for the flavor and you just like drinking them, that's fine. I'm not going to hate on someone just because they like them, because, I like Diet Coke and there's no benefit to me drinking that. I'm just saying, for the people that are buying them because you think you need them, you don't. But yeah, like I said, I don't really like rice that's been sitting there too long, so I'll just, make up more and then add it to the beef. So it's pretty much 4 steak meals and the egg one. Now, for my supplement stuff, I pretty much just take vitamin D3 ZMA before bed. That just kind of like helps muscle recovery and helps you sleep a little bit better. Super enzyme, I don't have a gallbladder, so you guys might not need this. But if you eat a lot of food, this can help a lot with digestion. Even people I know that go to my gym take that with their bigger meals, just because when you eat a lot of like big fatty steak with a lot of carbs and stuff, it can be hard to digest on your body. So I've looked into that. They last a pretty long time. You know, I think in the US you can get 2 of those super enzymes for like 30 bucks on Amazon, and they got 180 pills. They last quite a while, so I'd have them on hand just in case, but like I said, they're not necessary. Then I take the SitFit I don't know if it's a Canadian brand or not. It's pretty much the same thing as the Nun tablets. I just put those in my water, so I'll just, you know, I just reuse the Evian waters, the bottles. I don't buy those all the time, but I'll usually just put one of those tablets in there, and basically that's just like potassium, calcium, sodium. A lot of people think you should be drinking tons of water throughout the day, like just pound the water. I used to make this mistake too. You don't really want your urine to be clear. You want it to be tinted a bit. You don't want to flush out all the micronutrients and the sodium from your body, just as you want to salt all your meals. Now everyone's a little bit different. A lot of guys and girls, you think like, oh yeah, you know, chicken breast, broccoli, brown rice, no sodium, low sodium. Well, if you're training hard and often, I would recommend you salt everything you eat. You might bloat for the first couple days, but within a week you'll drop most of the water, and it's not actually bad for you. It'll increase your muscle pumps, it'll make you a bit stronger, it'll make your endurance better. There's not really a reason not to do it. Even people dieting for a show or to look better, I would keep sodium all the way in until the very end of whenever you have to drop it. Now, I don't compete, I'm not a pro, but I would think that most people will be fine leaving the sodium in until like a week before or whatever, or you know, even if you just want to go to the beach, cutting it out a day or two in is fine. You know, but I'm not an expert in that, but sodium is important for the body, so don't cut that all. Now you might think like, oh, there's no way that's all you eat. No, it's not. I mean, I eat corn pops and some cookies. The days that I work out afterwards, I'll usually get my cheat meals like probably 3 days a week. I'll get like a large pizza and like a Cinesticks, or like a large pizza and wings, or like 2 burgers. So, you know, everyone knows their body a little bit if you've been doing this for a while. So as long as I keep my days where I'm not working out relatively clean, I usually seem to be fine in terms of not just becoming super fat. Not that I'm like super lean or anything. My weight right now is 260-ish in the morning. I don't know. So it hovers, you know, 259, 261, whatever. But it always seems to go back no matter what I eat. So, and I get some of these, you can see them on the counter over there. There's some chips there. Old Dutch baked ketchup, dill pickle, and salt and vinegar are really good. I don't think Americans have that, but you guys can get kettle cooked baked chips, and like they're basically like 4 grams of that, and just they're basically just potatoes. I'm not gonna say they're like super healthy for you or anything like that, but they are better than eating normal chips or whatever. And like this kind of stuff, either before or after a workout, usually. I mean, can't go wrong with corn pops. You know, look at those, it's delicious macros right there, you know. So, yeah, I mean, for the most part, it's healthy. But I do throw in some bad stuff. And when I do get my pizzas, generally, you know, I go to Domino's every once in a while, but usually I get them from like the restaurants. And I feel like the restaurant quality pizzas, they make you feel a little bit better, and they're made with like a little bit better ingredients. And then, I guess after I work out, something that I think people make a mistake on is they think like, hey, I need to take my double scoop of protein powder right when I'm done. And window, you don't need to do this shit. What you should do is take some orange juice, take some dextrose. You can take fructose, because orange juice is basically just fructose, but if you're trying to bulk and you want to take like
30 to 50 grams of sugar from dextrose and fructose and just put it in a drink with some salt, that will actually help you more for replenishing your muscles with the sodium and the sugar than taking a protein shake. Is a protein shake going to hurt you? No, but
it's not really doing anything. Protein's more about one of those things that as long as you're getting it every 3 or 4 hours or totaling in the day, you know, you're probably fine. You don't need it right after you work out. Should you eat a meal probably about 45 minutes, an hour after you work out? Yeah, that's probably ideal. But even that isn't really like a set in stone thing that you have to do. It's just what, you know, it feels safe to do that. But protein shakes and stuff, I mean, if it's convenient and it's a time thing, then do it, whatever. But yeah, you don't really need to do that stuff. So this is what I eat when I'm bulking, and I guess all the healthy food right here would probably equal up. I mean, if it was a normal day with the sourdough bread, I think it would be like 42 to 4,500 calories, not including, you know, the snacks. And it's hard to calculate like pizza and stuff, because I know the websites say a large pizza will be like 1,800 calories or something, but they're not measuring out the cheese and the toppings to an exact amount. So I would just like, you know, I just estimate when it comes to those things, just because I don't really think the websites are that accurate. For something like a cheeseburger from McDonald's or something, I think that's fairly accurate. You might not get super accurate on like the mayo that they use and stuff like that, but anyways, that's just a little video on what I take. I'm not really heavy on the supplement stuff, you know. I have a protein powder. I mostly use that if I really am, if I'm really like lazy and I just really don't feel like eating or making a meal or something. I don't eat it often or every day. And I also eat some Greek yogurt every day, but I don't feel like putting that in a little bowl. So yeah, anyways, peace out, guys. I'll try to make a couple more videos in the future.